We have a one of these days. We're in a period right now where there's just not a lot going on with the nomads. Okay, there's just not a lot going on with the nomads, except this one, of course. Van City Van Life, never boring. This is again doing a touristy thing. Again, I think he's been there before too. It seems like there's this place there with all this cool old dinosaur-y stuff there up there in Canada, the Badlands. He's been there mucho times before. And he's recycling. I've been there before. I'm going back again, and it's never boring. So yeah, it's like that certain nomad that we don't talk about is hanging out at, what is it, the Schoolie Swarm. That was last week. These are old videos. We've already seen what happened there, and a bunch of other people's videos from last week. It's just people having parties and that kind of thing. I don't know. Got a bunch of folks doing the Hershey RV show there. That's one of the bigger RV shows around the country. Matt's RV Reviews there. It is there. Hershey, Pennsylvania there, down in the Pennsylvania Deutsch country. It's not far from Baltimore, D.C., Harrisburg, Philly. A lot of people go there every year, and again, we're getting so many complaints about the quality of RV builds. People say that RVs are not always usually very well built, at least, the cabins of them and stuff like that, and there's a lot of problems, but apparently right now things are worse than usual anyway. Doesn't look like a giant crowd there, though, at day one of the RV show, but anyway, Matt's RV Reviews will give you the latest on maybe what you should buy and what you should avoid. Brain time for Traveling Kay there in beautiful New Zealand as she's setting up her homestead. Again, Carolyn's RV Life is prepping for a meet and greet in New York. And it's like, I don't know. One thing I do have to say about her, she's been on the road a lot this year, and I do enjoy that, but I don't know. A new one from Matty Van Halen. He is in Texas now. I think he said he's heading to Colorado or something. Anyway, he took the northern route. He said Route I-20 instead of 10 because, of course, there's that hurricane, what is it, Nicholas or something? That's just a Category 1 there. Down there in the Houston area, so he wanted to avoid the rain, so he took the northern route there from his dad's place near the Georgia-Alabama line, and he's heading west. So I guess his jobby poo is gone, I guess. Anyway, so he is heading west to higher altitudes. And some real big news from Deborah Dickinson. Her vehicle's getting a new muffler and exhaust system. Whoa! I knew we'd find some big news here if we looked hard enough. All right, some news from Seven there. Seven Wanders the World. Okay, we're not going to get into the whole story, but the truck got stolen. He got the truck back, and then he had a big fight with Geico about what to do with it, and eventually they let him buy it back. And so he is, apparently the truck is in good running shape, but whoever stole it made a mess of the cab and took out the seats and did a lot of things. So he's been busy there in the Colorado area trying to get everything put back in, get the seats and all that. Again, everybody disagrees with him and says he should have just let Geico total the truck, give him the money, and then he had raised the $12,000 on GoFundMe, and then he could have just gotten another truck. This one's got a damaged, what do they call it, a damaged title, right? It's his title's got the black mark on it because it's a buyback, and so he's basically not going to be able to sell it for much if he ever does decide to sell it, and I don't know. Anyway, it is content, right? He is building back the truck. I don't know. Again, he said he's got some funds from the insurance settlement, I don't know, and then he's got the GoFundMe money, and then whatever's left over, it's going over to Cheap RV Living, Bob's, Howa, Homes on Wheels Alliance. Waiting, I don't know, it's going to take months and months to get this thing all built up and parts are hard to get. He's been to junkyards. Yeah, so it's going to be a long procedure. And then he got shingles on top of all this. He looks pretty good. He looks like he's doing okay. I don't know, man. Okay, again, camping sounds like a lot of fun. I'm not sure I'm really into the campgrounds. A lot of these campgrounds seem overcrowded and people are jammed in, and you've got noisy neighbors and you got generators and you got people barbecuing and drinking and making noise, and who knows, it doesn't sound like a lot of fun to me. But what else do you got? Bad parenting in campgrounds. You got families, their kids, the kids are let loose, and sometimes, yeah, they'll climb over the gate into the pool when it's closed, and they'll throw rocks into the pool, and they'll, anyway. It's just one of the other fun things that happen when you're a camper in a campground, dealing with the other campers' kids. And some of them could be holy terror, right? What do you do? RV Show USA, good video here on how they handle it, how camp owners handle the crazy kids and the parents who won't keep their kids in line, right? Bad parenting in campground. I got a new one here from Fender Bunny. She is upgrading the LEDs on her motorcycle. Yeah, all right. So if you're interested in that, check out Fender Bunny's new one there. And some very interesting, she shows you how to do it. She kind of shows you how to upgrade the LEDs and do all that stuff. And so, yeah, very, very informational video from Fender Bunny.